The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Good evening, I'm Carol Kidu Jr. with the news. In this edition, City Community launches policing initiatives, creative industry celebrates success stories, and NRL coaching expert boosts development. Papua New Guinea is intensifying efforts to improve technical and vocational education with strong support from Australia. The Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology recently hosted a workshop to guide the design of Australia's four-year $241 million kina Strongim Walk-Long TVET program. Officials, development partners and the Australian High Commission came together to discuss how to better coordinate investments in TVET, including the improved TVET for Employment project and Pacific Australia skills. D. Hurst said early collaboration ensures that TVET reforms reflect PNG's priorities and deliver practical results, helping youth, women and people with disabilities gain skills for employment. Australia reaffirmed its commitment under the 2024 Joint Statement of Intent to support PNG's government-led TVET reforms. Residents of the Vanagi community in Port Moresby South have launched a major community-driven policing initiative aimed at reducing crime and steering young people away from violence and illegal activities. The program includes night patrols, community bylaws, and a new curfew for children.
The Vanagi community has taken its safety into its own hands, forming a youth policing group to curb rising law and order issues in that area. 4 weeks ago, community leaders held a major meeting where more than 30 youths were selected to join the initiative aimed at keeping young youth away from trouble.
Big boys in the community, plus big boys in the community, na mi pla talk. You want to group where you got him community prevention of youths involved in law and order issues. So we have started up a group, selecting all activities one time with the approval of the community when we had a big community meeting 4 weeks ago.
As part of the initiative, residents have begun nightly patrols. Starting at 10 p.m., community watchers have set bylaws that guide youth behavior, and in serious cases, they are authorized to detain troublemakers and hand them over to the police. The community has already notified police in writing, and officers are expected to join and support the local patrols. Residents say the move is designed to stop outside criminals from using Wanagi as an escape route and to prevent disorder that could place the settlement at risk of eviction.
We created bylaws and all that to make sure youths are here abandoned to them. If they don't, we'll tackle them, take them. So why we brought in the law to give us authorization so we can take the youths up to them and hand them over and then they can deal with them. So we are kind of being combined with law and order.
Wanagi is home to an estimated 1,000 to 2,000 residents, mostly from the southern region of Papua New Guinea. The community has also introduced a 10 p.m. curfew for children, ensuring that they stay home with their parents and focus on school. The initiative marks a strong community-led stance against crime and a commitment to building a safer future for Wanagi. The Wanagi community says it will continue working closely with police as the initiative progresses. Residents hope the partnership will help reduce crime and create a safer environment for families living in their area. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
Hundreds of families in the TVWAN Islands of Milne Bay are now enjoying reliable solar power following the installation of almost 800 solar home kits across local communities. The project, funded by the Australian government and implemented by the United Nations Office for Project Services, is helping households save money while improving safety, health and daily living. With lights now available after dark, families can study, weave and carry out small income activities in the evenings. Communities are also gathering more often, strengthening social ties. To keep the systems running, 10 local volunteers trained as solar champions will handle basic maintenance. Australia and UNOPS are also supporting improvements to water, sanitation and hygiene in public institutions across the islands. The We Are One Foundation, the charitable arm of Islands Petroleum, has launched its 2026 National Unity and Health Movement. The announcement includes 2 major national events aimed at strengthening health services and promoting unity across the country. The foundation on Friday unveiled the Mother's Day Charity Music Festival and the Islands Petroleum Charity Colour Run, both set to raise funds for vital medical services.
Known as WAO was created to deliver long-term measurable community impact as part of Islands Petroleum Corporate Social Responsibility Program. VAO project coordinator Nicole Camara stated that the 2026 initiatives are not just events but a coordinated national movement built on unity, accountability and shared progress.
To empower communities to grow together. We believe that true transformation does not happen through isolated. It happens when communities, businesses, government and individuals as ourselves all stand together. Under the vision, we are excited to announce 2 major national initiatives by the Foundation for 2026.
The first major event, the Mother's Day Charity Music Festival, will be held on 10th May 2026 at the TVWAN Murray Stadium in Port Moresby. Funds raised will support the establishment and strengthening of a dedicated cervical cancer unit at Port Moresby General Hospital. Cervical cancer remains one of the leading causes of preventable deaths among women in Papua New Guinea. More than a dozen top PNG artists, along with Australian-based musician Justin Wellington, have committed to performing free of charge, helping drive awareness and support for the life-saving cause. WAO will also host the Islands Petroleum Charity Colour Run, taking place across 8 locations nationwide. Held under the theme We Are One, One Bell, One Heart, the Colour Run aims to celebrate unity in diversity, bringing families, communities and colleagues together. The foundation emphasizes that true national development begins when citizens, government and the private sector work together. Tickets for the Mother's Day Charity Music Festival go on sale next week, while Colour Run t-shirts will be available ahead of its event date in participating towns. WAO is inviting corporate sponsors, health professionals, schools, media partners, and families to join what it calls a long-term national movement for unity and community health. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. We'll take a short break and return with more stories on the other side. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSB's OneTalk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSB's OneTalk Wallet. PSB's OneTalk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso, irresistible fragrance.
For effective planning and execution, you need insights, engagement, and innovation. Trend Media, your 360 degrees digital solution partner, has you covered. Our market research and surveys give you the data you need to make smart decisions. From corporate events to product launches, our event management team ensures every detail is flawless. And in today's digital-first world, our digital initiatives keep you ahead. Call Trend Media now on 7222-0210 or email trendmediapng@digitalpacific.com. Trend Media, your 360-degree advertising and digital partner. Welcome back. Papua New Guinea's creative industry is celebrating new success stories following the launch of the 2025 Design PNG product range and competition results in Port Moresby. Winners say the program is changing lives, creating income opportunities and helping promote culture. The Design PNG initiative continues to grow as a platform supporting local talent and turning cultural ideas into real products sold in stores across the country. Last year's winners shared powerful stories of resilience, showing how creativity can open doors to opportunity.
Been taught to school about me no been draw and design draw me no been so well draw. So la Oscar was no I'm okay this design.
For Sebastian Luke, winner of the Design New Beginning, inspiration came during a difficult time in prison, despite never drawing while in school. He says many inmates believe their dreams are finished, but opportunities like Design PNG offer hope for a better future once they return to society.
So true lo disla design mi wopi la mi lo pay and now mi pay and we stop outside.
Winner Melky Watubang, designer of Mermaid, says living with hearing impairment has not stopped him from pursuing his talent. He encourages other people with disabilities to believe in themselves and use their skills to rise above limitations.
There were quiet moments of loneliness, questioning without answers, and battles I fought silently. But in those quiet moments, I discovered something powerful. Drawing became my voice. When I couldn't explain how I felt, I expressed it. Expressed it through color and design.
Culture remains at the heart of the competition. Designs such as Igor Willie's hibiscus reflect traditional Motu Koitabwan tattoo patterns, while Heavi Ikai's Mudmen draws inspiration from the famous Asaro Mudmen of Eastern Highlands Province. Others like Annalise Wakam proved persistence pays off, winning after multiple attempts.
Tonight I stand here as proof that Design PNG is more than just a platform. It is a program that transforms lives. So among our designers tonight, one primarily communicates through sign language, and the other has shown remarkable resilience in rebuilding his life after difficult chapters.
For winners, the financial rewards have been life-changing. Michael Vagi used his royalties to start a piggery business supporting his family, while Ben Jawai invested his earnings to build a safe home for his loved ones. Product designer Louis Sitiveni says Design PNG is more than a competition. It is a pathway to employment and recognition for local creatives. These inspiring winners say that every purchase of a Design PNG product directly supports local designers and strengthens the country's growing creative industry. On 18th February 2026, Korongu Hall became a place of reflection and renewal as the school community gathered to begin the sacred season of Lent. The Eucharistic celebration was led by Father Joseph Sawis, Secretary to the Papal Nuncio, with Father Ambrose Pereira, the school's newly installed rector, concelebrating. Father Angel Sanchez, Vice Rector and new Parish Priest of Mary Help of Christians, Sabama, together with Father Angelo Fazzini, offered reconciliation, giving everyone a chance for spiritual renewal. The imposition of ashes reminded the school community of humility, repentance, and hope. This Lent, the focus is on sincere devotion, quiet reflection, and compassion for others. Lent is a time to grow closer to God and serve with humility, preparing hearts for the joy of Easter. First Nations leaders and community members are gathering in Melbourne, hoping to reignite the process for a national treaty and truth-telling process.
The TVET Treaty movement has been around since last year. This is the first national conference being held by the Alliance, now being held in Melbourne. And while there's plenty to be discussed between First Nations leaders and elders and community members, as well as other non-government groups represented here, there is a common thread, and that is a desire, a need for a treaty between First Nations peoples and the Commonwealth Government. Now, the event being held here in Melbourne, Victoria, is symbolic. This is the place where the first treaty was signed between First Nations peoples and a level of government, this time the Victorian government. But we see these processes throughout Australia at different phases. New South Wales is in the early phase, for instance, while Queensland has abandoned the process altogether. Speakers at this conference say there needs to be a national approach.
Treaties are nothing new. They're nothing new. They have been around for decades, and we know that our people have been asking and requesting, but more fighting for treaties in our country. Well overdue, but thank goodness we've got one here in Victoria. We'd like to see that expanded as well to a national treaty, and we call on the federal government to honour the commitment they gave of $5 million in terms of starting off the Makarrata Treaty process.
Now, the loss of the voice referendum is still casting a long shadow. It was a big setback for those who are calling for treaty and truth-telling at the national level. But with the success in Victoria, there is hope that people across the country will see that it's not so bad. To quote some people at the conference today, they say it shows that the sky in Victoria hasn't fallen down, that people haven't lost their backyards. So the key hope from people at this conference is to hope to piggyback off the success in Victoria to then use that on a national level. And that's the big question. Can the traction in Victoria translate to traction at the national level?
You're watching TV1 News. Sports is up next. Stay tuned.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Every growing child needs the best care to help them grow physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. That's why I choose Tender Care. It keeps skin clean and fresh and is hypoallergenically tested for gentle and safe protection. So my child can be protected for all of life's adventures. Tender Care.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in Milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in Milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
kick pass, it's there for Rugby! In come the back. Ioane's there, Fusco's there, and Italy are there! They've scored the try! Disadera will get up with it! The Italians!
Thanks for staying with us. NRL coaching and development expert Ross Antonioli was in Port Moresby last week, where he met with PNG RFL Head of Community Rugby League Mark Mom and the staff to run coaching courses. He also observed the programs delivered in schools and the community.
Through the support of the Australian government, delivered through the TMA program, the visiting Australian coaching expert expressed great excitement and was fortunate to be in Port Moresby. Antonioli's primary role in coaching education is on the community aspect of rugby league, mainly coaching development programs that align with the PNG RFL Community Rugby League as they prepare to roll out the 2026 season.
And I'm very fortunate to be here catching up with the crew, the community crew in PNG as they prepare for their season and rolling out some coaching courses, which I know they've been working very hard, and they're very much looking forward to getting out there and helping all the coaches across the community.
Antonioli also took time out on Tuesday to visit and have a look at the PNG NRL Academy training sessions at the Sir John Kai Stadium, and also caught up with his old mate and head of player pathway and development, Joe Grimmer.
I know he's over here doing a lot of hard work with a lot of the local coaches as well, developing the next crop of talent in time for the Chiefs, which is very exciting. I heard he's doing a great job, so it was good to catch up with a ball of energy. I heard he's the second most popular person in Papua New Guinea. That's great to see, like, so many young guys out here training hard, and absolutely hope that there's some future Chiefs in here.
Antonioli also gave a brief background of his present role, which is mostly on coaches' education as a game development officer, and his rugby league history.
Yeah, I love the game, just like I hear so many people in Papua New Guinea do. So I'm very excited to be here just on that reason alone. But yeah, I just worked in the game in different roles, from game development and game development officers, and now just doing coach education. So yeah, very fortunate and very blessed to have that role.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Goroka today embraced the Rugby League excitement following the arrival of the Ipswich Jets and PNG Hunters. The Hunters' second trial match was played at the National Sports Institute. The Jets received a warm welcome with colourful cultural performances at the airport. The visiting side was greeted by traditional Asara mudmen and local singing groups before being escorted to the Bird of Paradise Hotel ahead of their sporting program. Later, attention shifted to the NSI, home ground of the Goroka Bintango Lahanis, where a trial match helped fire up local fans. The Lahanis split into red and white teams for the selection game, with the Reds claiming a narrow 22-18 win in a fast and physical contest that showcased promising local talent. Goldie FC, made up of youths of service personnel from the Goldie River Training Depot outside of Port Moresby, has remained consistent and competitive in the Port Moresby Premier Soccer Competition's A-grade division. The Goldie Gunners have made significant strides over the last 3 seasons, making it to the semi-finals against Omand FC back in 2022.
As the 2026 season proper approaches, the Gunners are focused more on promoting and developing more young players through the preseason games as they prepare to build a competitive playing group for the upcoming season, set to kick off straight after the preseason finals next weekend. In their last preseason match against JJ Brothers from 9 Mile in blue last weekend, the Goldie Gunners in the yellow strip put on a strong fight in the second half to level the scores at 1-1 until full time. After the match, Ghana's senior player and captain Kelly O'Leary, before providing a brief insight on the club's history, gave his thoughts on the game.
It was a tough game, but they scored on the first half. But the boys and we managed to hold on and we scored, so it's a draw game. So we might go back and then adjust on that and then come back for another win next week and all.
The Goldie Gunners initially entered the competition at the 3rd grade before pushing their way up to A grade division.
Okay, the team, I think it's probably 8 to 9 years now in this competition. We started off at the 3rd grade and now we're at the A grade, trying to perform and push forward to the Premier. So for myself, it's like 3 years now I'm running with the boys. Yeah, came in around 2023. Yeah, so this is my 3rd year with the club now. Yeah.
Kelly, who is of mixed Simbu, Sepik and New Ireland, said with some of the exciting new talent and the potential they have on the team this year, he's expressed great confidence that they can push for promotion to the top tier, which is the Premier Division in 2027.
Looking forward for this year, we're looking forward to strive for Premiership. Yeah, win this A grade and then go into Premiership for next year and onwards. At least we go in there, play with the big boys.
Why not? However, he stressed that it's all about going back to the process and staying competitive and consistent to have a crack at the A grade Premiership title. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And finally, Vanuatu United FC have picked up their first win of the season with an impressive display against Bula FC to win 2-0 in the first match of round 3. Vanuatu played well across the first 2 rounds of the competition and were unlucky not to have registered a victory. Who started the day a place above Vanuatu United in the table were the much brighter side in the early going. Cooler conditions and some rain in Melbourne seemed to have slowed down the surface as Bula's early onslaught subsided and Vanuatu United worked their way into the contest. Owen Smith had their first real opportunity, flashing a free kick over the bar. It was no surprise when Alex Saniel proved to be the difference maker. The forward was on hand to finish after great work down the right-hand side by Bill Kaltek, bringing the ball down and cutting inside before laying off to Saniel, who swept his effort into the far corner for his 5th of the season. Roy Krishna, looking for his 2nd goal in the Pro League, should have drawn Bula FC level early in the 2nd period. The experienced forward was left free from a corner kick, but his initial header was well saved. Bula FC notably upped the tempo as they searched for a way back in, but Vanuatu United continued to repel them with an impressive rearguard effort. That defensive effort proved enough to hold out and secure a crucial victory, their first of the campaign, and keep the top 4 hopes alive. And that's all for news and sports. Now for the weather forecast. Southern region, isolated showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain along the coast. Pomase, isolated showers and thunderstorms becoming scattered over Morobe. New Guinea Islands, isolated showers and thunderstorms. And Highlands region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with some areas of rain. Oceans forecast. Coral Sea, sea slight with southeasterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Solomon Sea, sea smooth with northeast to easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. And that has been another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Do take care out there. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. to boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. PNG's own coffee